Hey everyone, welcome back to this Tosca playlist. Today we are going to solve an interesting problem with Tosca, and we are going to use the FireEvent method for this. Okay. Now, if you have worked with automation in other tools like Selenium, you must have come across this particular method, which is the FireEvent method, and it is generally used when you are not able to actually emulate the action which can be done by a user on your application. Okay, so something like if you're not able to click on particular button, or if you're not able to enter into a particular text box, we use this fire event method, which triggers this particular event on the web application. Okay, so for this, I have you picked up one obstacle. It's just adding two random numbers and then putting the sum here. Okay, so that will basically solve this particular problem, right? So just inputting, and then it will pop up the screen that you have completed this obstacle, right? So we need to just automate this. Looks pretty simple, but if you go ahead with the regular automation, you may not be able to complete this. Okay, so entering or doing the addition is not the difficult part. Even entering the sum here is also not difficult. But to complete this whole obstacle, you need to enter, and also it should actually trigger that particular success message. Okay, so that's the whole test case. Only adding two numbers is not difficult, so that you can do, but you cannot complete it unless you get that particular success screen. Okay, so let's see what happens when we go with the regular automation on this particular obstacle. So first, let's create a module for this. So let's scan this application. Okay, so I'm scanning this particular page now, and now I'm going to scan the different controls. So let's go to the basic mode, and then let's select this numbers and this text box. Okay, so these are the three modules or three controls which I require, and everything seems to be unique. So I'm going to save this and close this module. Okay, so my module is created. I will just rename this to obstacle addition. Okay, and then I'm going to rename this as well to number 1 and number 2, because these are randomly generated. So I don't want to keep the default ones. Okay, so that's my module, and I've already created a test case inside the fire event folder. So I'm just going to call this test step, which is obstacle addition. Okay, and now so these are randomly generated, right? So we need to get the result, and we have to use some mathematical functions in order to add two numbers. Okay, but first we need to get that value, and in order to save this value into like a variable, we have to use the buffer action mode. Okay, so for both of these, we need to add the buffer action mode. And in the result, we have to use a math function. Okay, so we'll be starting off with a math function. So it can perform any mathematical calculations within Tosca. And inside this, then I'm going to use the buffer of number 1. Okay, and plus we need to close this, and again buffer and number 2, again close this. So do take care of the syntax. You have to close all the opening and closing braces, otherwise it will be basically, it will create some error for you. Okay, so if you see this kind of expression which has been generated by Tosca, or which is displayed by Tosca, which you have written, then you can assume that it's correct. Okay, but if you don't get this, then something is wrong in your opening or closing braces. Action mode will be set to input. So whatever result we get from adding these two buffer values, so it will input that particular result. Okay, so all good. let's go ahead and run this now. Okay, so as you can see, the test case has passed, but if I add another step where I tell that to verify that success job, this test case is going to fail, right? And as you can see, although it entered the number, it did not trigger that success message on this particular screen, which means it was not able to fire that particular event which was happening here, right? And that is where, in these type of cases, we have to use something called FireEvent. Okay. So if I now go back to my module, right? Inside this, for this result control, we want to change some properties. You can see in later versions of Tosca, or the latest version, which I'm using, Tosca 16, you will already have something called a fire event. Okay. But in the earlier versions of Tosca, you may not find this property. So you can add it right from here. Okay. So you have to create a steering parameter, and that will be a fire event parameter. You have to name it. Okay. So by default, it is set to change, but we are inputting something. So we are going to change this to input. Okay. So now once you change this fire event to input, and also let's do one thing. Let's complete this now so that we also, okay, so let's automate this. Okay, so let's put this also on the module. So I'm going to rescan. Okay, so here when I rescan, you can see two links, which is let me try again and hit me with the next riddle. Okay, so we can select any of them. I will select hit me with the next riddle. So I'll add this link here. Okay, and I will save and I will close. Right now, I'm going to put an extra verification on my test case. So I'm putting a verification point here, and I'm telling Tosca to verify this. Okay, so I'm going to say exists equals true. So that verified. I don't want to go to the next riddle, but I want to complete this test case by verifying that it is displaying this particular link. Okay. So let's go ahead now and run this. We should have refreshed the screen. So all good, job done, right? So it added the two random numbers, it inputted that into the sum field, and then it also triggered this particular success message. So everything was verified. You can check that in your Scratchbook, right? So verification was successful and the result is also here. So this way you can use the fire event method, and this can be used in scenarios where you are not able to perform some operation by the regular input methods or the click methods, right? So use the fire event steering parameter for that particular control, and then you will be able to do the necessary operation. Okay, so that's all for this video. Hopefully this was useful. Do tune into our channel and subscribe to it if you want to see or get notified about every new video about learning Tricentis Tosca. We'll be coming up with lots more interesting lessons in the coming up days. So keep watching.